The US Central Command said on Wednesday that it destroyed 3 missile launchers on territory in Yemen held by the Houthi militia. It was the latest in a series of military operations targeting Houthi sites in response to continuing attacks by the militia on international shipping. It was determined these weapons presented an imminent threat to US coalition forces and merchant vessels in the region, the US military said in a message posted on social media platform X. It added that by destroying the launchers, it was taking preemptive action to prevent Houthi attacks on international shipping and protect freedom of passage. US and UK forces have carried out dozens of attacks since January on sites in Sana'a, Hodeidah and other Houthi-held parts of Yemen being used to store missile launchers, unmanned aerial vehicles and drone boats in an effort to prevent threats to international maritime routes off the coast of Yemen. Meanwhile, the Houthis said operations at Hodeidah port on Yemen's Red Sea coast have resumed at full capacity after fires in fuel tanks caused by an attack by Israel at the weekend were extinguished. Houthi Governor Mohammed Kohim reported on Tuesday night that the blazes were under control, and Houthi officials at the port said it was operational and 2 ships carrying hundreds of cargo containers and thousands of tons of steel and docked. In response to a Houthi drone strike that killed 1 person and injured at least 10 in Tel Aviv. Israeli warplanes bombed several parts of the Hodeidah on Saturday, including the port, a power station, and an area on the city's northern outskirts. The Houthis said 6 people were killed and more than 80 injured by attacks, which destroyed dozens of fuel tanks and a crane at the port. The militia have demanded that foreign organizations operating in regions under their control provide them with the names and jobs at all employees. As the Houthis intensify their crackdown on Yemenis who work with international organizations or at Western embassies, amid accusations of espionage in a letter dated July 17 that circulated on social media this week. The Houthi Supreme Council for the Management and Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs and International Cooperation ordered international organizations active in Yemen to provide staffing structures within a week, including the names of workers, their positions and nationalities, and lists of prospective employees for approval. The Yemeni government's information minister Muammar al-Aryani said the demand reflects the growing Houthi pressure on foreign organizations to employ workers loyal to the militia so that they can control the flow of international aid to Yemen. In a message posted on X, he urged international groups operating in the country to transfer their offices from Houthi-controlled regions to the government-controlled southern port city of Aden, the nation's temporary capital, to protect their staff from Houthi prosecution. The terrorist Houthi militias considered the hesitant international positions a green light to continue its crimes and violations and to further escalate its repressive measures towards international and humanitarian organizations working in the areas under its control. He added, the Houthis have abducted more than 60 Yemenis working for international organizations and Western mission in recent months, including more than a dozen employees of the UN. They claim Yemeni workers at such organizations are part of a large Israeli and US spy network